motherfucking morning, motherfucking babies. Good motherfucking morning, ladies. How are we all doing today? This was BEA beautiful of Tuesday mornings. Tuesday mornings. We good? Gucci. Chillin'. Tamaguchi. Pretty good. Shit as usual. I'm Tamakuri today. Alright, good to know, good to know. You accidentally ate sugar. That's a big problem. PUBG has a new Porsche car. Its trunk is in the front. Entonces es un frunk. Is learning crypto worth it? It's not worth it. It either goes up or it goes down, regardless of how much you know. Just flip the coin, save yourself some time. We are back in black for another episode of the God Gamer Show, right? Good to be back. Good to be back. I got a bunch of news here. I didn't ask you. Alright? Don't speak until spoken to, motherfuckers. Okay? I'm not done sitting up straight in my chair. You're bombarding me with propaganda already, huh? Neslico, thank you for the resub, sir. We got Wonk D as well. Sora K Hart with 73. Nice. Dio Dute, Chakra, and Special Forces of Russia. Very nice. Sinatari, 59 months. Demon Bias, thank you, man. And Redbot OW, Rainbow Viking with half the century under his belt. And Jojo Paul with the 104 months. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Chat. How we doing? What is fresh on the menu now? Now I ask you. Today is Polish Independence Day. How come you are so hot and we boys are so ugly? Pure RNG, my friend. Nothing but RNG. New TFT set coming December 3rd based on material lore. It has default league skins which helps new players to easily play. Oh shit. Alright. Suicide bombing at Pakistan courthouse kills 12. Brazil just cut 100k Amazon trees to make a highway connecting the airport to the COP30 climate summit. That's funny. It's funny. Dancing with Stars host Julian Ho blasted for gangbang-like photo with Dodger players. It's all AI, man. It's the best defense in the world. Best state of play in 6 hours. No, I don't think so. I think state of play starts at 12. Right? Or 11, sorry. In 7 hours. 7 hours. So probably won't be watching that today, but tomorrow. Xbox Leaker tweeted this. If what I was just DM'd is actually true, next week GTA 6 could have its thunder stolen on the hype scale, LMAO. No way it's Half-Life 3, but could be Elder Scrolls 6. Are you retarded? Elder Scrolls 6 could not beat GTA 6 in the hype scale, alright? 100% not. Okay. 100% not. Bethesda, they keep missing. Alright. Rockstar, they don't really miss, I'll be honest. They don't really miss. So there's no game that could steal the thunder of GTA, because not even Half-Life 3 could steal the thunder at this point, because it's been so long that all the Zoomers, they haven't even played Half-Life. They haven't even played the fucking Half-Life, but they sure as hell have played GTA. Alright? They sure as hell have played GTA, so there's not a single game that could steal the thunder of GTA 6, and he's just engagement farming, most likely. But yeah, unless it's something like there's one game that could steal it. WoW 2 could probably like, but that would have to be like insanely fucking like, I don't know how that shit wouldn't have been leaked already. But WoW 2 could definitely steal it, and I'm not a WoW, you know, pleb. But the MMO situation is very dry in comparison to the rest of the market, so there would be more hype created over WoW. Where to listen, where to listen, H. But that would have to have been in the works for, like, you know, 5-6 years already, secretly, which I don't think is ever the case. Blizzard would never, anyways. I mean, they probably don't have the capacity to make it now that they are a dying studio, but yeah. I'm just giving out theoreticals here. Theoreticals. Minecraft 2. But what would Minecraft 2 even be? You know what I mean? What would Minecraft 2 even be? The whole point is just blocks, you know what I mean? The whole point is digging blocks. If you make it too realistic, is that Minecraft still? You know what I mean? Because making it too realistic would just make it harder to build stuff, right? It would become more complex to build stuff, and then it wouldn't be Minecraft anymore. So I don't know what Minecraft 2 would be. I can't even visualize it properly. Anyway, anything else cool? Have you heard actor Michael Willis, aka Yes King, passed away yesterday? Someone said, I don't know what the fuck that is. I'm assuming some fucking gay porn actor. Minecraft 2 is pretty much Hightail. I don't know what happened with Hightail. I didn't follow that really. Zoomers are afraid to play multiplayer games. That's why MMOs are dead. Are they afraid of playing multiplayer games though? They play Roblox. That's multiplayer, right? They play Fortnite, right? It's multiplayer. They're just afraid of playing competitive multiplayer. Those are two different things. Those are two different things. They have a ladder anxiety like never before, man. They can't handle pressure. Under pressure. I'm not gonna watch State of Play today. No, it's way too late. It's in 7 hours, a little bit less, and then it goes on for a while. So we'll watch it tomorrow. A bit more Europore friendly. A bit more Euro poor friendly. Either way. New Dota 2 update collab with Monster Hunters for Quest. Will you play it? No, I will not. Will you play Tarko 1.0 in 4 days? Maybe if we're done with the playthrough. I don't think I will pause the playthrough for it. Depends on the helpers versus griefers, I say. We'll see. Todd is teasing he could shadow drop ES6. Ain't no way they're shadow dropping ES6, okay? Like, shadow dropping a fucking remastered is one thing. Or remake, whatever. But shadow dropping a fucking giga expected sequel, yeah. Ain't happening. But, I mean, one can always hope, right? I'm ready for Bethesda Redemption arc, if anyone else is, right? For sure. For sure. Alright, we are good. Let's see here. We got some linkos. Chat. I hope you are ready for what's to come, because it's coming. It's coming, baby. Alright. It's coming hard. Sam Hine, thank you, man. Sugar Seal. We got Spaghetti Waffle, Sender, Cat Jewel, tier 2, 83 months. Nice. And DSXX with the 57. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Alright. Let's see. First link of the day. My god. It's unlucky. But it is what it is. I have to eat my big portion of goodies.
Sensei, こっちっす。こっち。見えるっすか？ああ、これはただの風船っすけど。なんだかこれ持ってると遊園地ではしゃぐ子供みたいに見えちゃうっすね。ああ、私のじゃないっすよ。その成り行きでちょっと。あれ、そうなんすけど、どうしてわかるんすか？なんでだろう、顔に出ちゃってたとか。まあいいや。この角度から先生を見るのは初めてっすね。視点が違うと見え方も違ってくる気がするというか。なんだか面白いっす。この感じ気に入ったっす。
So what are we gonna say? Why can't we just read the paper we wrote last time? Because then they'll know we didn't write it, dummy. We have to be original. Does anybody know anything about corporations? I think my mom is a corporation. Yeah, that makes sense. You guys! Well, how about we just say corporate should be stopped? How do we stretch that into 5 minutes? You're taking my underpants! Will you stop with the underpants, Gnome Streak? We have to work here. What the hell? Where I began. That's my last pair of underpants! We're gonna search for underpants. Shh, don't scare him. Hey there, little guy. Bang! Cartman, why? Why do you always have to hit stuff with a stick? Well, look at him. He's look at him.
Is that all you got, pussy?
What? Hey, he talked. Yeah, he called me a pussy. I'm not a pussy. You're a pussy.
You're a pussy, pussy.
Hey, dude, why are you taking Tweak's underpants? Yeah, look what you're doing to this poor kid.
Stealing underpants, big business.
Business? Wait, do you know anything about business?
Sure, that's what gnomes do.
Show us.
Okay, follow me.
Little pussy gnome. Don't call me a pussy. Pussy gnome.
Not much longer now.
Oh, you taking us to your little pussy house?
No, pussy, I'm taking you to my village.
Oh, your pussy village? Carmen, will you just shut up and let him show us?
Follow me.
I hope we're not wasting our time with this little pecker. Damn, dude, this place is huge. Yeah, it's almost as big as Carmen's ass. No, it isn't, you guys.
This is where all our work is done.
So what are you gonna do with all these underpants that you steal?
Collecting underpants is just phase 1. Phase 1, collect underpants.
So what's phase 2?
Here's a video that will cleanse us
Phase
from the
1, we
weeds.
collect underpants. Yeah, but what about phase 2? Well, phase 3 is profit. Get it?
I don't get it.
You see, phase 1, collect underpants. Phase 2, phase 3, profit.
Oh, I get it. No, you don't, fat ass. Do you guys know anything about corporations?
You bet we do. Us gnomes are geniuses at corporations. Jesus Christ, look out!
Oh my God,
my
they killed
God.
Kenny. You bastards. Listen, we have to give a huge speech tomorrow about corporate takeovers.
Holy shit, we killed your friend.
Yeah. Look, we gotta know about corporate takeovers tomorrow or we're screwed.
Christ, we squished him like a bug.
Do you know anything about corporate takeovers?
Well, we can explain that to you easily. Yes, for a price.
What?
You know.
Underpants?
The Nazi leadership, the heads of the Wehrmacht, and even individual soldiers were certainly conscious of the German crimes committed in the Eastern Territories. They ordered them, knew about them, saw them, or even committed them. They knew all too well that if the Red Army came to Germany, then God have mercy on us.
At the start of 1945, the Russian army stood 80 kilometers outside Berlin and was preparing its attack on the German capital. Close to 3 million people were still living there. Among the women, panic was growing. Many saw killing themselves as the only way to evade the enemy. In April, the number of suicides in Berlin reached record levels at close to 4,000. On the 8th of May 1945, Hitler's Nazi Germany surrendered. The last great battle of the Second World War on European soil was now over.
Berlin was one huge war trophy. The soldiers were given free rein to enjoy their victory.
The victims of this flush of victory were the women. It's said that a few Red Army soldiers carried a leaflet with them, which said, "Crush the Germanic women's racial pride. Take them as your rightful spoils."
Well, revenge was certainly an important motive, perhaps the most important one. But other factors also came into play, especially the internal military culture in the Red Army. A ban on vacations, high casualties, poor cohesion, bad leadership by officers and sergeants who kept passing the pressure down from the upper ranks. And then to relieve this pressure, they'd let their own troops run wild.
What was just as true for the Red Army as for the US Army was that troops had certain images of the moral depravity of German society and German women. And these seemed to justify not applying any moral standards in their dealings with them.
The advances of the US Army from the west seemed to worry the German population less. In March of 1945, the Americans crossed the Rhine, and by April they'd already reached Thuringia. In Klein-Bartloff, the village priest wrote in relief, "The Americans are coming." There's excitement, but no fright. An excitement between fright and joy, but leaning more towards joy. A quarter of a year later, the troops would withdraw. Nine months later, Konrad Jahr was born. Right after his birth, his mother put him in foster care. When he was 8, his foster sister told him the reason why.
She told me, in 1945, the Americans were in Altenburg, and your mother got involved with one of those Americans. And he's your father. That's how you came to be. For me, at first, that was actually more of a relief than a shock. Now I knew where I came from. I had red hair and gaps between my teeth. From an early age, I had a kind of inferiority complex. I didn't belong. I didn't know where I was at. And I had no protection, no one to protect me. No one supported me. In my childhood, no one ever took me under their wing.
Konrad was a cheeky kid who soon became a thorn in the side of the East German school system.
East German? Oh no. European Bruce Lee. Bruce EU, welcome back, man. Sam Hine, Shiver Seal. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'm at point K12. Need info on my extraction.
Guess there's no keeping down the Grim Reaper, huh?
My extraction point.
Relax, Mr. Reaper. I'm headed toward the front gate of RPD. Pick you up there.
Got it.
I have to raise my plate, doesn't it? Was this the DLC? I remember this being different from the game. Yeah. Not DLC, extra mode. Oh, right.
Hey Pepperson, I haven't tuned into your stream the last 2 days, but surely you got over the forklift mission right. 676767676767. Oh wait, no more. 6161616161616161616161616161616.
I mean, Resident Evil speedrunning, literally just running. Oh shit. One shot. Oh shit.
What the hell, Hunk? You're late for extraction.
Front door's blocked. Gotta find another way out.
Heads up. Guys at the top just ordered a full cleanup on Raccoon City, so move fast, or you can kiss your ass goodbye.
Very impressive speedrun.
Well, Dr. Janice, I'm afraid I have some bad news. Your son is suffering from multiple personality disorder.
What?
There are several distinct personalities going on in there. One is named Postman Butters, and yet another is Fireman Butters. And then there's even Inspector Butters and a Professor Chaos.
Oh my god!
From what I gather, he seems to mostly jump in and out of personalities when he's outside playing. Sometimes he's a cowboy, and other times he's an Indian. And the two seem to be at constant odds.
Oh, poor Butters!
Doctor, what can we do? Should we ground him? No, I don't think grounding him would do much good at this point. What your son needs now is lots of tender, loving medication. Heavy medication. Butters, when you were playing in the yard yesterday, do you remember becoming someone named Big Rig Butters?
Sure.
What makes Big Rig Butters come out? Did somebody hurt him? Did he do something bad he can't forgive himself for?
No, he's pretty much just a truck driver.
You don't know, but maybe somebody else in there does. Do you think it would be possible for me to speak with Inspector Butters?
Sure.
I'm now speaking to the person known as Inspector Butters.
Inspector Butters is on the case. This is fun.
Inspector Butters, what do you want?
To solve mysteries.
And is there someone else living with you? Someone named Professor Chaos?
Oh, well, sure. He's the bringer of destruction and evil.
He's a bad man. He doesn't like Butters, does he? Does Professor Chaos want to murder Butters?
What? Why would I do that?
Who am I speaking to now?
Me, Butters.
Ah, Butters, you're back.
Sir, I'm confused.
I know you are. This is going to sound scary, pal, but you have people living inside your head. And some of them want to murder you.
Really?
Yes, I'm afraid you're a little sick, but it's okay. Because together we're going to get you well.
Don't listen to Dr. Janice. He's a mean old man and a big silly grown-up.
Pardon me?
He's just a big old stick in the mud who doesn't like to play.
Don't mind him, Butters. Billy's a pretty messed up kid. He was molested by his uncle, you see.
Dr. Janus isn't going to be alive for long. I'm going to kill him.
Now, what are the things that make you happy, Butters? What's the matter, Butters? Are you still with us? Is one of your other personalities trying to take over?
Let's play Battleship. All hands on the poop deck.
Your soul will bleed for eternity.
You don't even know what sexy is, Mr. Harrison.
That big bad freshness lasts right through it. The horn toad says we should go to Mexico. What are you feeling, Butters? Are you nervous about your condition?
Yes!
Average Forsen chatter. How so? A nicely thing for 4 years. Nam 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 nam. Dr. Demand the Sergeant. Come on.
This is Sweden, the country that will pay immigrants $34,000 to go back home.
Why would you even place people to live here? You placed us in one area. Why would you even...
Sweden, the country that will pay immigrants $34,000 to go back home.
Why would you even place people to live here? You placed us in one area and then they just put all the bad things on us. We're like the scapegoat.
So Sweden has never been like this blue-eyed, blonde country. The idea of a national state is old.
We have as many bombings per capita as in Mexico.
2 people are dead in a knife attack at an IKEA store in Sweden.
Mohammed, du kommer inte upp här. Därför han högg mig med en kniv. Såg ni det?
Sweden began to experience a surge in gang violence, drug trafficking, shootings, grenade explosions, gang rapes, and other violent crimes when 163,000 migrants fled to Sweden during the refugee crisis in 2015 from countries like Syria, Afghanistan, and Iraq, leading the Swedish public to wonder if integration was possible and if the benefits of importing third world migrants were worth the diversity and cheap labor they brought. With some Swedish politicians using the rise in crime to argue for less open borders, others fear it may lead to unjust vilification of many peaceful, productive migrants seeking a better life away from their war-torn country. But does multiculturalism work? Does Sweden want more migrants? Are these migrants trying to assimilate into Swedish society? And what does it mean to be a Swede in 2024?
What are your thoughts on migration?
I think it's a good thing, you know, because some people, like, you know, people from places like, for example, Ukraine or Palestine, like, they need somewhere to go. We have, like, unfortunately, the government in Sweden is a little bit, like, racist, I think.
Okay.
So,
Are there any negatives you've observed or heard of?
Yeah, of course you see all these shootings and
Like?
stuff like that, but it's what it is.
Sweden is a very interesting place for multiculturalism. I lived here in 2012 and it was very homogenous at that time. I noticed, this is my first time back in 12 years, and I noticed that it's become a little bit more diverse. I'm not sure necessarily how Swedes feel about that diversity.
What specifically do Swedish people gain from the importation of third world migrants?
I mean, I work in the healthcare system, and I have colleagues coming from all over the world. And we need those people. So for the moment, birth rates are going down, and we really need to even out the population pyramid.
I think Sweden has an
Why?
obligation to let people from other places in.
Why?
Like, let's say a refugee.
yes.
If the birth rates decline and you're back to whatever, 7 million that you were years ago, it was still a functioning country. Why do you have to fucking overpopulate a country? Like, this take is fucking retarded.
Why?
We at least did have the finances. I think that we should be a helpful country. I think it's important to be open, but I also think that we need to be responsible to the people that we are welcoming to this country, to make them integrate as good as possibly can be done.
I think the general idea now in this country is that we want to be more
Old people. Who will take care of old people?
Because we've seen how
That's so fucking retarded.
The remigration
That's such a
concept. I'm sure you've heard
retarded
of it.
statement.
I don't think that's
If
gonna
you
work.
don't increase in
It'll
population,
be effective. Will people go
then
home
the
if offered
ratio
a
will be the
sufficient amount?
same.
I don't think so.
Right?
I don't think so.
Fair.
Depends on what country, and I mean, it's always a difference.
so this is where things are a little more
Fucking
nuanced.
retarded.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you mean, question mark? If you don't increase your population, then the ratio of young people to old people will be fine. if you keep increasing your population, right, then you're gonna have a temporary issue when the population goes down.
I've heard that they are enacting some new things. They're trying to with like paying some people to leave. I think they have lots of room and lots of opportunity to spend their money in better ways. And I think it's already hard with getting like a personal number and things here. So
You can pay a migrant minimum wage for a job that pays more for a non-migrant. It makes the rich richer. I don't know what you're advocating for in this case.
I think there's a lot more that can be done for immigrants coming to Sweden.
Why is diversity good in your opinion?
I think we need skills and competence from other countries. I also think that we do get a lot of benefits from other cultural aspects. Food.
What are your thoughts on multiculturalism here in Sweden?
Yeah, it's like a big melting pot.
Does it work well?
Yeah, it works, yes.
You consider yourself a Swede?
No.
No? Why not?
Different culture. I have different culture.
What does it mean to be Swedish?
In my opinion, Swedish means to be open, to be interested in internationalism.
I think that we should be more welcoming and like trying to get them into this society, because now it's more like they get casted out into these like cities outside the city.
All right.
And they get all like bundled up there. The government are like, oh my god, there's criminality going on.
Is there criminality, or is that myth?
It's a big problem. Yeah, but I think it's because these people don't get like integrated into society, so they have to do certain things to like survive and get money because the government doesn't help them, I think.
You know, it was thousands of them coming, well, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago.
Yeah.
That
Too
was
much?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
We couldn't take care of them.
Sure. Do you think these people that are coming to Sweden are trying to integrate or not trying to integrate?
Oh, that depends on what culture they come from.
Okay.
Well, you know, in the 80s or 70s, there comes a lot of Indians from Africa.
Okay.
They have integrated very well.
Very well. First of all, where are you from?
I'm from Nigeria. I came to study for a PhD, Department of Economic History and International Relations.
So you've been here for 7 years now?
About 7 years now, yes.
Do you feel Swedish?
Not fully yet. I don't speak good Swedish yet.
Okay.
But the other thing also is that, you know, the Swedish community is not as open as many other communities. The access sometimes is not there. You have friends that you come to maybe meet at workplace or in school and things like that. But I don't think it goes beyond that in most cases. The bond is not usually there like that.
Do you think as an outsider it's tougher?
In
to,
Hungary, they don't let
integrate?
any immigrant in and pay people a lot of money for every child they give birth to fix the
My wife's from
population
Colombia.
issue.
Okay.
Yeah. Multiculturalism has made Sweden a better place compared to what it was like when I was growing up. So I'm all in favor.
Do you think multiculturalism here in Sweden works?
It is a very tough question because it has pros and cons. I have seen so many people that think that multiculturalism is diluting, you know, the Swedish culture. However, what I know as somebody that is a researcher is that culture is not static. Culture is dynamic. There are some things that even in Sweden, that Swedish people used to do 50 years ago, that when people do now, they will consider to be appalling.
Sure.
And this is what it is. Things are always changing.
The economy will collapse long term with low birth
some
rates.
advantages
This is a
that.
known
For
fact.
somebody like me
LMAO.
that
Same
is-
problem
that
South
came
Korea is
from
having, but they got it on
I will
steroids.
consider myself to be an
The
expert.
economy collapses
This is my
every
field.
fucking 10 years
And
anyway,
that is
my
an
man.
addition to
Like, what the
Sweden.
fuck is
And
your
there
point?
are so many that will bring their experiences. Very smart people.
Birth
that
rates
can contribute
is
to the
nothing.
system. At the
Alright.
same time, you have people that constitute nuisance within the system. These sort of people are not limited to the migrant community because you find very people with
Permanently.
misdemeanor, so to speak.
Oh yeah, show me one case where the countries
especially
fucking
are really depending on migration.
imploded
So
financially
is it currently
permanently
working?
because of population decrease.
not as good as I think it can.
That's fucking
it can
crazy,
do.
man.
Okay.
It's developed the society, I think, to learn from different cultures. I think we have a lot to thank multicultural
China,
for.
sure.
Actually, like
China
the
is
food
doing
culture,
better than fucking most
give,
countries
job
by
opportunities.
far.
Yeah, I love multicultural.
And they had too many
Yeah, I think it
kids.
works, and I love diversity. I mean, the whole Swedish culture is based on immigration,
They know,
migration from
migration.
other countries, and so forth. Yeah.
And if I were to move here to Sweden, could I become Swedish?
Do you think South
I'd say
Korea
so.
will
Yeah,
exist
yeah,
in
yeah.
30 years? Yes, South Korea will
That's
exist
just
in
because
30
you're
years.
if it were from another country or
Why? Because nothing ever happens.
American or
and nature has a beautiful way of always evening shit
If
out.
I came from Somalia, would I be welcome?
People adapt. Population decreases. All right, the same way you adapt to population increases.
And
they would put me there.
It doesn't matter.
Move there,
Like,
and since the financial
stop being a
issues,
population cuck,
it's
like
not
literally
really
Elon
bad.
Musk.
You would have to learn Swedish,
ass
and then
licker.
the society would look down upon you, or would look down on you.
Yeah, the marginalization.
Yes, and then.
And you're thinking something.
No, I agree. I understand where he's coming from, and definitely there is an issue
Right.
in Sweden that we have to work on.
The gun
But
violence.
I'm happy you're talking about this because
it's something that needs to be said. It's important to get light on, yeah. But it's easy to look at Sweden. Oh, such a beautiful country.
It's very pretty.
It is. I love Sweden, but I mean, you can tell I'm not typical Swedish, but I feel I fit in.
Okay.
It's about how you grow up.
Can we get a dance before we leave?
I mean, it literally just comes down to less people sharing the finite amount of resources, right? There's no way population increase is better than a maintained population. I'm sorry, but it's just a matter of logics, alright? It's just a matter of logics, chat. Don't get baited by Elon Musk, alright? He doesn't have on for it.
German compatriots, both men and women, I address you today. German workers. If this coming Sunday, the German people once again place their profound and unwavering trust in me, their chosen representative, and thereby unequivocally legitimize me anew as the principal spokesman of the entire nation, granting me the undeniable right to confidently declare and emphatically say what I now solemnly declare here in this very moment, Germany itself declares, the entirety of the German people collectively declare, then I will, with great conviction and renewed determination, present this significant new offer once again to them. And then, if the other prominent statesmen once again truly believe they can simply reject it outright or come back with their symbolic boxes and so on, they should at the very least be decent enough to consult their own respective peoples as well and seek their genuine input. I am profoundly convinced that everywhere across the globe, this crucial message will receive only one unequivocal answer. Please, do not talk about mere gestures, and certainly do not talk about symbolic acts, but instead truly make peace. That indeed is the heartfelt wish of all the peoples.
We've become such a decent people again. We've now become such a hard-working and energetic people again. What aren't we accomplishing again in Germany now? What tasks do we not have? For years, we've been told that Germans aren't really equal to the other peoples of the world anyway. What tasks do we have today? What tremendous works are we building? Today we are building the most beautiful roads, massive industrial complexes. We've made new inventions, enormous housing developments. They will come into being and have already come into being. Isn't work being done everywhere, in every field? In these 3 years, we've proven that we are a people who can stand alongside others. And so now I ask you, German people, to give your judgment on this. I do not submit myself to the world. It cannot judge me. I submit myself to you. You judge me. You give a testimony as to whether you believe my work was right, whether you believe I have been diligent, that I have worked, that I have dedicated myself to you in these years, that I have used my time honorably in the service of my people. Now cast your vote. If yes, then stand up for me, just as I have stood up for you.
Judging people's top 4 favorite movies. First up, we got Leonardo DiCaprio. He's running this level 7 cinephile build. Basically, his strategy is to just max out his film history stat by equipping a bunch of legendary items. He's got 2001: A Space Odyssey, Vertigo, and Taxi Driver. All of those are super OP legendary items. The only issue with this build is that it's pretty susceptible to getting spammed with the Pretentious attack. So Leo put up his defenses against that by equipping the Big Lebowski. And I gotta hand it to Leo. That's a really smart play because he's a film historian, but he also knows how to have a good time. I gotta give this build an A tier. And next up, we got Ridley Scott. He's going all in on the nerd build. He's got 2001: A Space Odyssey, Star Wars, Blade Runner, and Quest for Fire. Now, those first 3 picks are really popular in a lot of nerd and geek loadouts. Can't really go wrong with those. Plus, he's also got Quest for Fire. It's this rare item. Not a lot of people are running it. It's a prehistoric fantasy movie. Fits perfectly into the geek archetype. But the craziest thing about this build is that he equipped his own movie. That is an absolute power play by Ridley Scott. Not only did he make one of the greatest sci-fi movies of all time, he then has the balls to just casually equip his own movie into his top 4 favorites. You gotta respect that. That is a pretty baller move. I'm giving this an A tier. It lacks a little bit of versatility, but overall, this is a really strong build. Jenna Ortega looks like she's running a level 5 art connoisseur build. She's got Lahan, Barry Lyndon, The Passion of Joan of Arc, and Paris, Texas. And all of these are fantastic movies, but this build has a critical weakness. She's gonna have to deal with a bunch of lower level anti-intellectual players, and you're just gonna keep on spamming the Pretentious attack against her. She has no real defenses against it. Unfortunately, this is a very low versatility build, very strong in certain niche situations, but has a lot of weaknesses. For example, if you're having a movie night with a bunch of casual general audience members and you try to show them movies like The Passion of Joan of Arc or Barry Lyndon, they're not going to let you pick the movies anymore. So unfortunately, I have to give this build a C tier. Very good in certain situations, but it just has too many critical weaknesses. I can't put it any higher. LeBron James, he's got the old reliable level 1 film bro build. This is
I
one
can't
of my
remember
favorite archetypes in the
top
entire
4
game.
movies.
He's got Goodfellas, Coming to America, Gladiator, and The Godfather Part 2. You can make fun of this build all you want. You could say it's basic. You could say he's playing it safe. You could say that this is pretty much a noob build. But you know what? It gets the job done in almost every situation. The only real weakness with this build is that you're kind of vulnerable to attacks from higher level film snobs. But outside of that, you can't really go wrong with a standard film bro build. I'm giving this a B tier. Billie Eilish, and she's a great example of how to effectively min-max the edgelord build. She's got the Babadook, We Need to Talk About Kevin, I Origins, and Drive. So the Babadook is a common horror item that you can use in a lot of different builds. This is a really good baseline to start off when you're just beginning as a level 1 edgelord. And then after that, she's adding on some edgelord special abilities from Drive and We Need to Talk About Kevin. I mean, Drive especially is a really strong pick in any edgelord build. We Need to Talk About Kevin's a little bit more niche. It's kind of a rare item. And then as the cherry on top, she added I Origins to give some versatility to her build and round out some of her other stats. This is a really good way to play the edgelord strat. She's going about as edgy as you can get without people thinking you're a weirdo. I have to give this build a B tier. Can't go any higher because it is weak against people who are easily disturbed or easily offended, but overall still a very strong build. Charlize Theron, she's pretty much living proof that it doesn't matter who you are, anybody can run the dad movie build. She's got Jaws, The Matrix, Old Yeller, and Once Around. Now, you might think that Jaws and Old Yeller are redundant items to add into the same build, because both of them are movies where animals are major characters, but they actually are used in completely different situations. So Jaws and Old Yeller is actually a pretty strong combo attack. And yeah, I definitely think Jaws is a much stronger item, but Old Yeller is still a pretty good one to have in your repertoire in case you ever need a quick and easy tearjerker. And adding the Matrix is always a good move. It's one of the most overpowered items in the game, because it works with film bro builds, sci-fi nerds, dad movies, even edgelords.
I don't know, I feel like it's so hard to come up with a favorite movie. What is it based on? Is it based on how you felt when you saw it the first time? Is it based on how many times you've seen it? Is it based on like objective things? Or not objective things, but you know,
Jeff Probst, and if you don't know who that is,
more
he's this
objective
reality
things.
TV host, and he's basically running a...
How do you decide?
He's got Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Boogie Nights, Almost Famous,
One
and
that
Do the Right
inspired
Thing.
you? I mean, you see, everyone has a different definition.
Take place in the 60s
right?
through 80s, and yeah, all
'Cause
four of those are great movies. But the problem is that
technically,
all of his points into the boomer nostalgia
one
stat,
game
so really ignoring
can
all
be
of his other attributes.
objectively
And
better
I
than
do
another
kinda
game,
respect it
but
'cause he is one of the strongest
you were
boomer
happier
nostalgia
playing
players in
the other
entire
game
But there's
because of the
absolutely zero
times
versatility
it
to
was
this
in,
build,
right?
so I have to give
Same
it a
with
C
movies.
tier. Stephanie Shu from Everything
Like
Everywhere All
Matrix
at
when
Once.
it released.
She's running a level 6 quirky
I don't know
build.
if
And at
Matrix
face
released
value,
today,
you might not think
it would
that any
just
of these movies are particularly
be
quirky.
kind of,
There's
you
Eternal
know,
Sunshine of the
good,
Spotless
but not
Mind and
very
Mary Met
good,
Sally.
because the
Those are pretty
concept has
popular
been done,
romance items that you
kinda,
can use in a lot of different builds, but the
from
real
then on.
quirkiness is coming from the Decalogue and Flubber combo attack. She's combining the power
But
of
it didn't.
Decalogue,
Yeah,
which
that's
is
what I'm
this
saying.
renowned Polish
Do you
miniseries
base
from
it
the 80s,
based on
with
when
the
you watched
movie
it the first
Flubber,
time?
and
Do you
together
base
it
it on
creates
release
this really
date, or
powerful
do you base it
quirky
on
comedy.
today?
Really strong
If
move
you're
by
watching a
Stephanie to
movie
come up
today,
with that unique combo
if you
attack.
could
I'm
reset
thinking this
your
amazing.
brain and
Okay,
watch
say what you will about
that
Zack
specific
Snyder, he's
movie
definitely
today,
directed a lot of
these are
stories,
all
but he's
wildly
running
different
one of the most overpowered
categories.
Letterboxd top 4s in the entire game. He's got this
Wildly
level
different
5
categories.
art house nerd hybrid build that includes Star Wars, All That Jazz, Excalibur, and Blue Velvet. I mean, this is just an amazing build. He's got the nerd game on lock with Star Wars and Excalibur. He's got one of the most powerful musical items in the entire game with All That Jazz. And then he's just rounding everything off with a classic David Lynch thriller. Overall, this is an extremely well-rounded build. It's so overpowered to the point where it's almost
I mean,
unfair.
objectively,
I'm
Lord
giving this an
of
S tier.
the
Kirsten
Ring is
Dunst,
the
Mary
best
Jane from
movies ever
Spider-Man.
made.
She's running a level 5 psychedelic film bro build. She's got the Godfather. It's just a legendary baseline item that works in pretty much every single build, and it gives her versatility across the board. She's also got Paris, Texas, another one of the most overpowered items in the game, because it increases her art house movie stat, it increases her defenses against film snob attacks, but it also actually increases accessibility to general audiences, because pretty
accessibility to general audiences. Is that you, chat? You can't judge others' favorites if you don't have one. I didn't judge their favorites. I did not judge any of their favorites at all. Nader, thank you, man. We got Sazka-chan, Kyozols, what's up? X7, Star Force TV with 5 years. Forsen Despair, minus 60 months. Thank you very much. Sir. I can't remember. I can't make a list because I just don't know. You would probably have to make, in order to make a top 4, you would have to put all the fucking movies like this in a list, and then you would have to do the systematic sorting of putting one movie above or under another movie, right? And then eventually you will have a ranking, but that shit would take so fucking long. That shit would take so fucking long to figure out. Just name 4 random Marvel movies. Marvel is pretty shit. It's pretty shit. I haven't even seen probably 50% of all the Marvel stuff. Probably not 50% even. True story. DC is where it's at, alright? Marvel is too kid friendly. And their plots are just too simplistic in comparison. I don't know, maybe it's the director's fault. Maybe they just have the worst directors. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. Alright. Watching Justice League for the second time, this seems familiar somehow. What? What do you mean? Didn't you forget you'd already seen it when you watched Snyder's cut? Oh, maybe, yeah, that rings a bell actually. I forgot about that. Yeah. I didn't know what Snyder's cut was. I don't remember what happened, but I did, yeah, I did watch Snyder's cut after I watched the original Justice League, and didn't start like the original Justice League, so I thought it was a new movie completely. Or something, I don't know, remember. I just saw some shit on Netflix, I was like, huh, what is this? But Snyder's Cut was very good. 4 hours of pure butt chest, I'll be honest. That was a masterpiece, and I understand why he couldn't just release that in the cinemas. It's too much for the untrained brain, right? Just put 4 random Nolan movies. Yeah, I mean, Nolan rarely miss. I don't want to say he doesn't miss, but what the fuck was Tenet, man? That was some real fucking garbage. I'm not gonna lie, that was some real fucking garbage. I haven't seen the new James Gunn Superman movie. No, I have it. I have HBO. I was thinking about watching it, but just haven't yet. Haven't yet. Not yet. Where's my game capture? It's mid. Yeah. I believe you. Oh no. I believe you. I did see Dunes, yeah. Not a big fan of Dunes either. It's like... What the fuck? It's so loud. Is that my headset? It's like Star Wars. But you had to have read the fucking books beforehand, right? It's Star Wars, but you need to fucking read the books beforehand or some shit.